Hi, I'm Phyllis Kaplowitz, the campus executive chef at Boston College. Today, with Super Bowl coming up, we are going to make a football-themed charcuterie board. Two items on this board we've made today, and I'm going to show you. One is a football pepperoni-shaped dip, and the other one is homemade cheese crackers. So why don't you come in the kitchen and we can get started. So first thing we're going to do is make our dip, and these ingredients are very simple to get at the store. Cream cheese softened, shredded cheese, chopped bacon, shredded parmesan, and then I have a little spice mix here of garlic powder, Italian spices, salt, pepper, and hot crushed pepper. And then some diced jalapeno and garlic olives that I'm going to add into here. And then just on low speed until all of the ingredients are incorporated. So I'm going to take my mixture out of the bowl here and put it into the bowl lined with the plastic wrap. And then I'm going to take my spatula and just flatten the cream cheese mixture so it's nice and flat in the bowl, like one even layer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it up very loosely at first, leaving the ends hanging out. And I'm going to pull this out of the bowl and flip it over. And then I'm just going to use my hands and shape it to what I think looks like a football. And then I'm going to take this and refrigerate it for at least 20 minutes. All right, so we now have chilled our dip down. So now we're going to take our pepperoni and we're just going to start laying it over our dip to cover the dip. The pepperoni is better when it's sitting out at room temperature for a little while. It'll be more pliable for you. So it's about 20 pieces for this that you're going to lay over. So I'm going to continue doing this for a little while, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to finish this. All right, so we have finished covering up our dip with pepperoni, and what do we need now for our football? We need our lace. So I've taken slices of provolone here. I'm going to lay them in the middle of the football and then lay my other laces over the top. And there you have it, a fun way to serve a dip for the Super Bowl. So we have made our dip, so now we're going to move on to our homemade Cheez-Its. So in your food processor, you want to basically combine all your ingredients except for your water. You can do this by hand with a fork, but this just makes things much quicker. And I'm just going to pulse the mixture until it resembles, it's like chunky sand. Now we're going to add water. I want to add just enough water so this forms a ball, and you'll see that happen. It's usually about a tablespoon at a time. And here you can see it start to form a ball in the machine. Like so. So we're going to take this out. I'm just going to form this into a disc. It's a little sticky. And then I'm going to wrap this in plastic. And I'm going to refrigerate it and let the gluten rest for at least 20 minutes, up to 3 months. I could put this in the freezer. So our dough is now rested for a minimum of 20 minutes. You're going to place your dough. And you do need a rolling pin or a dowel, and this is mine right here. And I like to coat it with a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. And just evenly, I'm going to roll my dough out. I like to start in the center of the dough and all four sides roll out so the dough is even on each way. I like to go about 1/4 of an inch here. This is definitely something that as the more you do things like this, you'll get the feel of how you like your thickness of your dough. Perfect. So now there are two ways I can cut this. I can go on Amazon and I can buy a square cutter because we want to make this look like a Cheez-It. Or I can use a pizza cutter. So I'll show you both ways here. So we'll cut a few of these out this way. And with using a cutter, they're really going to be uniform in shape. So alternatively, if I wanted to use a knife or a pizza cutter here, I could go ahead and just cut straight down what I think is around about 1.5 inches, and then make my own squares here. I'm not the best at this, so not as uniform. That's why I like to use the cutters, but still gonna taste delicious. So I'm gonna get these all laid on the cookie sheet, and I want them to look like a Cheez-It. I don't know if you guys like Cheez-Its, but they have a little hole in the middle. So I have a skewer here. You could use a fork, and I'm just gonna make a little hole in the center of each cracker. This is really just for decoration. You don't have to do this. Your cracker's gonna taste the same. I just thought it would be fun, especially for something Super Bowl football themed, to do something like this. All right, now I'm gonna take this and put this in my oven that's preheated at 350 degrees for around 6 to 8 minutes. We've made our dip, we've made our Cheez-Its. This board here, there's so many different items you can choose from. I've picked some individual cheeses, some football themed chocolates, pretzels, apricots, anything goes, whatever you decide to do. It's just too bad the Patriots aren't in it this year. So have fun and enjoy.